What do you think of India's policy towards China and towards United States in the last 4 years, what it has been,
Yeah.
what it should have been?
See, United States and China have dealt with both countries, both as minister and also as member of parliament, and even when I was not a member of parliament. They are two different type of human beings. The Americans are purely give and take.
Let's make a deal.
And cost and benefits. Cost benefit analysis they do. I think they even for their marriages they'll divorce if the cost benefit analysis is loaded in favor of cost. It's a very practical people. They are people who keep contracts. Americans have some good, very good cultural values also. They are very good in keeping contracts. They are honest to say when they can't keep a contract too. And if they give a word, they usually will not wriggle out of it. My grandmother got ill or something like that.
You'll be more forthright.
He'll be forthright. I mean, we have that problem. I was invited to occupy the professorship of Chinese studies, and there could be nobody else, by Mr. Amartya Sen in his own handwriting. He was the head of the department. Upon arrival, he changed his mind. He said, your right-wing views are not liked by my colleagues.
Sometimes they'll not even tell you that what the reason is. They just sort of make it look like something technicality,
something. This is one thing about the Americans. You make a promise, you keep it. If you can't keep it, explain and say what you can do for by way of compensation. This, in my opinion, we have not done with Trump, who has taken it very ill. Our relations with the United States are pretty bad now.
Because I think they've seen through, they assumed a forthright, let's make a deal.
Yeah, that's right.
I honor my deal, you honor your deal.
That's right.
They didn't factor the weasel, slippery, mentality. Let's say one thing, then we pull a fast one and say, oh, sir, we are doing it like that.
That's right.
They don't like that.
That's right.
Trump in particular likes you to be assertive, strong.
That's right.
Say what you want.
Or renegotiate.
Yeah,
So, this is one way why we have failed. Because we just went in for all this atmospherics, embracing.
And this is true of the previous government also. We went for pageantry.
Yes.
The visit to Washington was more about, big mela, big tamasha, like some big Punjabi wedding going on.
Right.
That kind of a thing happened in Washington.
Right. That's right.
Because there's no substance.
That's right.
The Chinese guy came, there was no fanfare, but he signed contracts. He signed real agreements.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, in the case of the Chinese, whom I've dealt with very, very long time and got results, I got even Kailash Mansaro open, which everybody said couldn't be done. They are sentimental people, just the opposite of the Americans. And generally speaking, they make friends only if you have stood with them when they were down or they were in difficulty. Now, when we came to power, Xi Jinping was just made president. And he flew to India, he went to Ahmedabad, he sat there, did his jula with Modi and all that. And two things happened. When they returned to Delhi and the press conference, based on a Times Now report, which was a planted report, he ticked off Xi on the Chinese incursion into our territory, which had not happened. It's not that the Chinese are not capable, but it didn't happen. And he ticked him out publicly. No, this is not, we will not, we don't approve. And you should know
Rather than privately checking it out, working it out, verifying, this is very bad diplomacy.
Then after that, I don't know what he said to him in private and what expectation he gave. He went to Japan. And there he said, there are some countries like wrestlers, they come and say, this island is mine, this island is mine. Now what does he mean? He means South China Sea Islands. And he should have stayed neutral. Now, I think Modi is not to blame for it because there's nobody to tell him.
The foreign office, the ME, don't have a think tank.
They don't have a think tank, they don't have the nerve. They're only careerists.
Yeah, I know. I can speak for, you can speak for US and China. I can speak only for the US, and I can tell you categorically, the Ministry of External Affairs do not seem to understand the United States.
Absolutely. You have to, the atmospherics is the least important part of foreign policy. So I would say today foreign policy is in tatters.
So when the newly appointed Chinese president made India his first visit,
Yes.
I mean that was a high moment, and soon thereafter it started going down. It's been going down.
Has been going down, and now they'll play the fool with us. Once they seize the emotional component of their feelings with India goes, they will play tricks all the time. They did it with Jawaharlal Nehru. After Jawaharlal Nehru agreeing to Tibet being part of China, allowed Dalai Lama to come with his entire entourage, gave them a emigre government in Dharamshala, and then they allowed Khampas to be trained in Colorado in US 1959, and even planted a nuclear fueled transmitter to be put on top of Nanda Devi, the mountain Nanda Devi.
To do some surveillance.
So, yes. So now what does that mean? That means your friendship means nothing.
Yeah. So what do you think should be the strategy towards these two countries?
Now for turning around, I don't think with the present personnel anybody can renegotiate with America. They need to get people whom the Americans are willing to talk to. People who have some stature in our society. He has to find them. I mean, whom he is comfortable with. He may not be comfortable with me because I will not listen. Once I'm in the job, I'll do what I have to do, unless I'm specifically told that this is not permitted.
But see, given the Indian track record, it's not likely to happen. They just go on with the current people,
exactly,
and sort of telling the media that giving excuses,
yes,
not acknowledging the deep problem that exists.
That's right. That's right. So so I don't think, and as far as China is concerned, it's too far gone for us to turn it around. But only plus point we have is that India is a great country, and a country with great potential. That nobody wants to be permanently against the side of India.